we make everything look good, including being overweight. So, scientifically, you cannot drink alkaline water and it makes your cells alkalytic. The closer you are to nature, the healthier you'll be.
Happy Saturday. I am Carolyn, and you are in the Mind of Nature, hosted by Dr. Zarif, the nutritionist. Thank you all so much for joining us today. And yes, we are live. Good morning, Allison Gentle. I see you. Whoop, whoop. Thank you so much for joining us here today. We are having or going to be having a great discussion. So please go ahead and do the things that we are always telling you to do, with which is share the live, give the live thumbs up, and make sure you are in the comments like Allison Gentle and that Velma Vigil just did. Let us know that you are here. And we are always here to say hello to everyone. So please, again, go ahead and share the live. We are streaming live on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and on Instagram. So please go ahead, share the live, have others be a part of the conversation. We have some great topics coming up today in the show. Benefits of Manuka honey is what we'll be talking about. Powerful herbal teas for allergies, and radioactive shrimp. Ooh, that sounds a little spooky, but we'll talk about that. And then also what's trending in nutrition for 2025. So again, thank you all so much for joining us today. We really do appreciate it. Dr. Zarif, go ahead and join me here on the stage so we can get it started. Grand rising to you.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Care, we having a technical difficulty with the Instagram. There's an echo.
There's an echo. Oh, mute the tab. Mute your tab if you go up to where Instagram is and you mute it. That should help with the echo. At the top, you can mute it.
Okay, I did. What's still here?
Yes. If that's working, you just go ahead and you click on the Instagram tab and you do a right click, and it should say mute site. Hello to everyone having technical difficulties, but we are here and we are ready. Is it still echoing?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, it should be on Instagram. If not, then we'll probably have to ditch it. We'll probably have to ditch Instagram, but uh,
Um, I terminated it.
okay, and that's fine. All
There.
right. If it's not working out, got to go.
uh,
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, usually that's what it is, but it's okay. Let's get
I just got rid of the whole thing.
okay. No problem.
There we go. Okay, sorry everybody about that, but we had to make sure that we're not, sounding crazy with a lot of echoing and stuff. But this is going to be another great day. Thank you so much. If you missed Mount Tabor last week, well, guess what? That was our last class, and it was absolutely beautiful. We definitely thank the wonderful, very generous, and
Mhm.
loving Michelle Franklin. I just, hats off to her. And she and I, along with other people, Ruth, and you had Terry, and other people that came out and supported. Demo, Donna was there. I mean, just so many people that came to visit and worked out a little bit, but we really enjoyed every moment of it. I want you to stay tuned. Make sure that you pay attention to the announcements that we'll be making about working out, because some people really take to exercise swiftly, and others it takes a build up. Look,
Mm,
I know it's not easy. It's really hard, but I'm still going to stick with the hardest part of exercise is to start. So
right.
That's all it's about, getting out there, starting. If you're not working out yet, get out there and work out. You know, you got Griffith Park, you got Ladera Park, you got Venice Beach, you got, I mean, we here in Los Angeles, California, we got so many choices, but sometimes it can be still quite challenging for that. How
Right.
you doing this morning, Care?
Yes, good morning. I was going to say, but even if you're not in California, because remember, we are worldwide,
That's right.
there is a place, or, even in your home, your backyard, take a walk, around the block, something. Like Dr. Zarif always says, anything beats a zero. And
That's right.
that's what we are encouraging everyone to do. And even if you're not in a group, where you're working out together, still do something, move, do something is what we're saying. So,
Yeah. Thank you so much, Carrie. You know, it was the Carrie. I also got to thank you for being there at every class. It was really, really great. And I'm telling you, you can really tell Shell did not want to discontinue. She gave everything to make it happen. And, you know, we did too. We all won. But you know what? It's really great to see. I was so glad, happy to see so many people that I haven't seen in a while. But I know things will continue to get better, and we have some great ideas coming up. Today, we're going to talking about some really interesting topics here. So get your notes ready and take copious notes, because we're going to definitely give you a lot. Another thing I wanted to make an announcement out, Dr. James will be here in Los Angeles. He's speaking. I didn't get the exact address, but Dr. James will be here. I was just going to be great, because we're going to get together and take some photos. Real dynamic, incredible, knowledgeable brother that I deeply respect. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff going. The other thing I want to say, celebrations and congratulations to Eric and Chantel, 5 years of marriage now.
yeah, happy
And
anniversary.
yes, happy anniversary to you all. And this is a really wonderful, loving family. And I want to say hello to Wisdom, newborn. Yeah, it's really great to be able to do that, to see all the different generations. It's just really wonderful. Okay, let's get going now, and we're going to remember, you're going to talk back to me with the comments. That's how you're going to say what's on your mind, and you might have some great ideas. Do that, okay? This is just taking a few more seconds to say that if you are really about, you're spreading the news about health and mind of nature, I really appreciate it. I don't take this for granted, and I'm not just working on this constantly, nor is Care all of these years just to say, well, you know, it's not really working. Oh, it's working. We see it in the numbers. We see it in the people that are rectifying the way that they eat, and the different lifestyles that they're choosing now. Better food, they're exercising now. People are getting more sleep now, because they're understanding what they're doing to interrupt the sleep. And we have people that are more cognizant of the environment now. Don't hang around people. If you're about God, don't be around godless people. If you're about health, why are you hanging around with people that's throwing any kind of junk in their body? If
Mhm.
you're about cleanliness, why are you around people that aren't? All you have to do is make the choice. Make the choice, and the choice makes a difference. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it, everybody. First, I want to get right into a subject that we all could use, and that's the benefits of Manuka honey. And the benefits of Manuka honey, eh, I just have to say it, because there's a lot of trace minerals, there's a lot of vitamins, And when it even comes to dogs, honey is generally safe for dogs in moderation. So that means, don't just because you find out that it helps dogs to be healthier, don't think for one moment that you can just, throw as much as you want down your throat. And that's the biggest thing that we do. And the biggest mistake that we do is we overdo it. We overdo it. Okay. Oh, yeah, you shouldn't underdo it either, but making sure that you have enough. And I would say if you're eating honey, then a teaspoon of honey a day is right there. That's and just a teaspoon. If you're taking 3 and 4 teaspoons to sweeten up some tea or to sweeten a hot drink, a hot beverage, you may be taking much too much to satisfy not only your appetite for the honey, but also too much for the helping your body or the treatment of those things that uh, are very important for you to change, and things you can change through honey. Honey is also a very integral nutrient, or I would say that it's a nutrient within a nutrient because it's smooth. It tastes great. It has antioxidants. It's also wonderful for when you expectorate, that is to cough and all those kinds of things. When you're getting the phlegm or the mucus out of the excess phlegm and mucus out of your throat, honey can be really fantastic. Now, moderation, as I said before, moderation is the key. And when we're talking about the only the dosages, remember we're talking about everything can be poison or it can be toxic if you overdo it. And again, that's our biggest problem that we have, is that we tend to overdo it. Now, some small amounts are best. Too much can lead to obesity or it can lead to digestive issues. Avoid certain dogs. If you have a pet and you are giving it honey, and I've seen this quite a bit, dogs with diabetes or those who are overweight, they should avoid honey. The puppies that are under 1 year old should not consume honey due to the risk of botulism. Just like in humans, a child shouldn't take any honey until they're, I believe it's 4 to 6 months, but double check that. And we should not be feeding that. Those are signs of bacteria or foods that could threaten that child's life. So be very cognizant of that. Okay, let's get pump it up, pump it up. Let's get some spirit in here. Now, the health benefits. Now, when you talk to the about the health benefits, that is plenty health benefits, as I said, especially the anti bacterial properties. Okay, so when we talk about manuka honey, now back to kind of mix that with dogs and your pets and along with yourself, but it's potent antibacterial properties are very what's very important, and that's what I really want to get over to today in this presentation. People traditionally use manuka honey for wound healing, and that is something that's been around for years, putting honey on the wound, soothing sore throats, preventing tooth decay, and improving digestive issues. Now, Manuka honey is a honey native to New Zealand. It's produced by bees that pollinate the flower. It's called leptospermum. Leptospermum scoparium is the full name. for the types of flowers that are commonly known as the manuka bush. Now, manuka honey's antibacterial properties are just what's it sets apart from the traditional honey, or what we also call commercial honey. And the honey itself contains a, what is it called, a methyl glycol, and a methyl glycol is an active ingredient likely responsible for these antibacterial effects. Now, additionally, manuka honey is antiviral, is anti-inflammatory, and is antioxidant. Honey is often considered to be a better alternative than sugar, or also called table sugar or sucrose, for the people with diabetes. But again, remember, moderation is the key. Some of the things like glycemic index can help you to keep your uh, balance when it comes to eating the different types of honey, because there are different kinds, but they all are have a high degree of the sugar. Like the when you crystallize it, it can be pretty much just as bad as the table sugar, crystallized sugar. Honey contains small amounts of vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, which can prove, or it can provide the additional health benefits compared to refined sugar, which is calorie dense with no nutritional value. Now, the caloric content, when it comes to that, honey is sweeter than sugar. So the less may be needed to achieve the same sweetness. Now, potentially reducing the overall caloric intake. However, it can still contain, or it contains the calories and carbohydrates that can affect the blood sugar levels. So find your glycemic index, go over that, and then you will get a really good idea of what foods break down the fastest, what foods break down to honey the fastest, so, or sugar the fastest. For instance, it is on the scale, and if it's the closer, or the it'll tell you those foods that will turn to sugar the fastest. So, like white bread and wheat bread would be compared, and you'll find that wheat bread will be just slightly higher, or the white bread will be just slightly higher than the brown bread, uh, because it'll show you that it's turning to sugar quite rapidly. Okay, and then there are other things that honey is good for different cough syrups. Is good, as we said earlier, as a liquid bandage. It's also great for people that sing, or you speak a lot, to keep your throat or your speech without sounding that is fatigue, or tired, or even that gritty sound. So it is absolutely wonderful all around. Okay. All right. So that's Manuka honey. We're going to go back up to Care. Care.
There I am. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Thank you. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
got the buttons. Thank you so much, Dr. Zari, for that information. And honey, I'm happy that honey is as help. Well, would you consider it to be healthy? But either way it goes, that it's helpful to us. Because I know you mentioned sore throat and things like that, but also like on wounds, right? Did you?
That's correct.
Yes, you can do that too. And I know that's something that people or that doctors have used in surgery as well. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I know like they have like band-aids that actually like infused with honey, things like that. So,
Well, I can tell you this for sure that there are a lot of things in nature that we can use that can be used just like in allopathic medicine.
yes,
So, and there's nothing wrong with those of us or those of you that are using some of the alternative ways to treat different ailments. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I would just say just be responsible enough to find out what CDC is saying about it, USDA is saying about it, the NIH. It takes time to find these things out. So the science is very important. Science just means that it's the proven way to do things, or it's the proven way that things occur.
right.
So it doesn't mean that people that say I don't believe in science, and then they got their stories. I don't even waste time. Those people make me tired just being around them. They seem to always find something that they don't agree with, and that's fine. That is definitely your freedom to do that. That's all of you. It's your right, but when people spread it and it's information or misinformation. And disinformation is when you are just doing, better, but you still don't change the story. You leave it as it is just to make the sale or have people believe in you and vote for you. Get it? I don't even have to wink on that one. So yeah, it's let's go and talk about these powerful herbal teas for allergies.
Dr.
A lot-
Zari,
Yes.
before you do that, I just wanted to give a just some shout outs to those that are here right now. And Velma Vigil did mention something here. It says, "Don't forget, if you videotape exercise sessions, many will pay for it." I know I will. Velma, it's great that you said that because Dr. Zarif and I we are working on something. So thank you for that, and I appreciate that. Just want to shout out Shirley Gentle. Good morning to you. Hello, hello. Hello, hello to Denise Kane saying good morning as well. I always
Denise.
I gotta shout those out that's commenting. Why? Because I love the comments. And please don't forget to give us the thumbs up as well on YouTube and on Facebook. Jahan Williams says, "Good morning, Uncle."
Hey.
For joining us here today. Really do appreciate it. Let's see, uncertain types of wounds. Let's see here. As far as with the honey, Shirley Gentle says uncertain types of wounds in the hospital, our wound care nurse use Medi honey on wounds. So there it is right there. That's the medical honey.
That's awesome.
Ooh,
So
great.
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I love it. I love it that see when you can combine those things, like especially like naturopathic along with allopathic, and
Yes.
then we have Ayurvedic along with the Chinese herbs. It's just so it's other ways. There's more ways than one. Thank you for that, Nurse Lee. And that really makes it even better now. I wanted to address also, yeah, those people that we have. You can go to drzarif.com and you can make an appointment, and we can talk about your needs. I do things right on Zoom, so the telemed approach, and it's really something that we all can use. So if you want to exercise, you want to go one on one, I have a program for fitness. I have a program for the nutrition for those who want to learn more about that. I have also the if you having meal problems or weight loss, that is my specialty is bariatrics. So I can definitely help you with losing weight or those people that want to gain weight. I do all of that. So the phone number is 310 926 5115. and you can get in contact with me and make sure that we set up. Now, it is more than it would be if you do it in a group, so be prepared for that. And also be prepared for having a really great program too, because it's so many people even now. And thank you to people that have been with me for years, and we definitely have made great advancements. So, welcome everybody, and thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and continue. Carrie, you got everything you wanted to say before I go?
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay.
I know we
Oh,
got, but we time is timing. So let's do it.
damn, it's time. Okay, let's talk about the powerful herbs and teas for allergies, everybody. And I know a lot of us have allergies because I see you rubbing your nose and itching, and the eyes, tears coming, rolling down your cheeks. So herbal teas for allergy management that work like natural antihistamines, and antihistamines just simply means that these are we already have natural and antihistamines. The antihistamines will keep you from it's very important when it comes to our sneezing mechanism, and this is why most people even wear the when you have on your mask, because part of the aerosol that comes from our mouth, those things that get in our noses, they can connect to the cilia, the little hair in our noses, and also in your mouth, on your tongue, your lips. Then when you lick your lips, you're dealing with all of the aerosol. That's why your doctor will tell you, well, if you're going to a place where there are large amounts of people, it's wise to put on a mask, because it won't stop it, but it can definitely help to reduce the amount of uh, the airborne pathogens that are in the air. Okay, and that's the ones that we easily we breathe. Now we're still talking about the teas. Teas, I love teas. You got Rooibos tea, you have white tea, you have green tea, black tea, you have Oolong tea. There are so many different types of teas for each reason that you want to take tea. But here's the thing, back to the allergies, seasonal allergies, they can turn your days into a congested, sneezy nightmare and leaving you searching for natural remedies beyond conventional medications. Now, some people just take the stuff over the counter, call them OTCs. And when you take those over the counter things, these are things that some of them, if you want to make sure that you don't overdo it, because overdoing it usually leads to something that is even worse than allergy itself. Now, many herbal teas contain powerful inflammatories. So the anti-inflammatories and antihistamine properties that can help alleviate common allergy symptoms without the drowsiness of the over-the-counter drugs. Now, from the soothing qualities like peppermint, mint tea, spearmint, to the histamine blocking effects of nettle. And nettle, if you haven't, they are called this stinging nettles. And it's such a wonderful tea. This is a tea that you can take, and you'll be very happy that you did, because it is something that changes right then. It's like you give most of these teas about no more than 20 minutes, and they're already working to soothe your throat, or to make your stomach cramps go away, like some of the anti spasmodics that I'll read about later. But anyway, these these herbs that I'm going to go over with you, they offer a delicious way to manage your allergy symptoms while enjoying a warm, comforting beverage. Now, you'll also discover how simple brewing techniques can unlock the herb's therapeutic potential and provide relief when pollen counts soar. And the pollen counts, they really soar during different, like when fall or spring, especially when you have these different changes in our the air and the quality of the air, such as the pine trees that affect the levels of smog. uh, let's go on to talk a little bit more about these teas. And one of the things that's really important is understanding the allergies and how these herbal teas can help. Now, allergies actually occur when immune system overreacts or normally harmless. The harmless substances like pollen, dust, and pet dander. Now, this hypersensitivity triggers the release of histamines, the chemicals that cause those familiar allergy symptoms: sneezing, itching eyes, congestion, and respiratory discomfort for the 50 plus million Americans suffering from allergies annually. And finding relief without medication side effects is crucial. So these uh, herbal teas, they often they offer a natural alternative through their bioactive compounds. So the biocompounds that are found in these herbs, like flavonoids and polyphenols and essential oils, with natural antihistamine and natural anti-inflammatory and immuno uh, modu, uh, modulatory or modulatory. Um, yeah, I'm thinking about. Oh yeah, the properties. I think I'm getting better with that because sometimes when I'm like, okay, where am I? And I'm looking for it, and then I'll start talking down a little like that, and I have to catch myself. So thanks, Karen. That's I got to get it. All right. Now, these compounds can help actually stabilize mast cells, in which release the histamine, and they reduce the inflammatory responses, and uh, they strengthen your respiratory system, all without drowsiness and common with the drowsiness that's common with the conventional allergy medications. So this is really important because so many people, 50 plus million people, have allergy problems. And sometimes if you find yourself sneezing, you need relief. It's easy to get relief from some of the teas that I'm talking about today, and that includes chamomile and it includes ginger and the mint family. All of those are just excellent. And don't forget nettle tea. Now, nettle tea is nature's antihistamine for allergy relief. This is when you have allergies. If you have allergies, this is the tea that you should be taking. And I do emphasize taking. That means to be committed to sipping it, have it with you all the time, take it very seriously. Don't take it for a couple of days and then you stop or you forget. You have no kind of plan or strategy with a nettle tea. If you do that, you are not serious about it. Now, some directly block the histamine receptors, and while others just actually reduce the inflammatory cytokines. The cytokines that actually worsen the allergy symptoms. Regular consumption can provide the cumulative benefits by gradually reducing your body sensitivity to allergens over time. Unlike synthetic medications, these natural remedies, they support overall immune functions rather than to just simply mask the symptoms. The next thing I would like to remind you of is this. I guess now I won't even go to the next thing. I just go. I don't really want to stay on doing it, taking action, because when we talk about, for instance, I've been talking about nettle, stinging nettle, or just now today there's just called nettle tea, and the nettle tea just actively it blocks your body's histamine production, addressing allergies at their source rather than just masking the symptoms. The bioactive compounds in stinging nettle, it actually inhibits the inflammatory pathways responsible for allergy symptoms like sneezing and congestion. Now, the clinical studies that have confirmed nettles effectiveness with one randomized double-blind trial showing that the nettle root extract significantly reproduced the allergic rhinitis symptoms, and this is compared to a placebo treatments. Now, that just all that said was just the bioactive compounds in these different teas are what really helps you to treat the symptom, and this is really important because the bio compounds of the stinging nettle, they actually inhibit. That means that they don't allow inflammatory pathways responsible for the allergy symptoms, all the sneezing and all the nose running, and the congestion. Some people are very congested, so nettle. I'm sure that you sold on nettle now. Now I'm just going to take this time to go back to care. And before I do that, there's some of the best ways to prepare yourself with this nettle tea. And that is the maximum allergy relief. For maximum allergy release, you want to use 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried nettle leaves or roots per cup of boiling water. Then you want to steep it for steeping. Just put like a saucer over it for 5 to 10 minutes. Then you strain thoroughly before you start to drinking. So you take that, you take it through pour it through a strainer, and then you'll just have all tea instead of the tea leaves or roots. And then you get the optimum benefits by consuming 1 to 3 cups daily during the peak allergy seasons. Now, enhance the flavor by adding just a touch of honey or lemon or both of those, or create an extra potent blend by combining nettle with other anti inflammatory herbs like ginger or turmeric. And you've heard me talk about that practically every time we're talking to you about what can you take to make your body feel better. Care?
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Zarif. You know, whenever you mention ginger tea, I'm like, because I love some ginger tea.
Me too.
And then also licorice root. I really like licorice root tea. That just tastes so.
Yes.
But yes, great information. Let me see here. I just want to go ahead. I always want to again shout out some folks. Real estate broker Renee says, "Hey, buddy, love from Detroit. Thank you,
Oh, that's Renee Johnson. Yay.
thank you so much for joining us." Glenn Johnson says, "Great day. Thank you
Hey, bruh.
so much for joining us here. We really do appreciate everyone here giving a thumbs up, dropping comments. It's always appreciated. Michelle Glass Franklin, hey, good morning, fam. Good morning to you.
Hey, Shell.
Good morning to you. Thank you again so much. We are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. If you have not already, please go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Dr. Farid Zarif is the YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also give us a thumbs up. Really do appreciate it. Yes.
Carrie, you were talking about the different teas. You mentioned ginger, and you also mentioned, what was the other one? Licorice. Uh,
Licorice root.
those are licorice root. Those are really wonderful, and I'm glad you mentioned those. Another one I wanted to mention to you is the Robust tea, and it's spelled ROOI, or actually ROBIOS, and sometimes it's spelled ROOIBOS. Well, this is a tea that actually comes from South Africa, and it has anti-inflammatory properties for allergy symptoms. Now, it's again pronounced Rebus also, although it looks like it sounds rubois. Um, but this Rebus tea, it contains powerful bioflavonoids like rutin. We went over rutin before when we were going over some of the nutrients, and quercetin that effectively blocks the histamine release in your body. Now, these, which means that it will help you to calm down the sneezing, ladies and gentlemen. So we want to keep that in mind. These natural compounds, they work to reduce the inflammation and alleviate compound, or not compound, but common allergy symptoms, including your skin irritations and respiratory issues. So, Raybus will help you like with things like eczema. If you have the drying of skin, a lot of people that also have allergies, you can tell right around their eyes and their nose, the skin changes there, and with that, that's not so much the allergy as it is wiping in that area. A lot of people with allergies, they have a cloth or they have paper, like a napkin, that they're constantly in that area, and they're managing the running of excess mucus. And it can sometimes not be so attractive. And then later on, if you don't treat it, the epidermis can actually crack, and you'll have other problems with that, like infections. Unlike the conventional medications, Rabus, it actually helps your body to metabolize the allergens naturally, addressing the root cause rather than just masking symptoms, and is making it an excellent first line of defense during a allergy season. Now, enjoying the Raybus tea, you can also do this year round. You'll benefit most of the Raybus by incorporating it into your daily routine before season even begins. You can brew it strong by steeping it longer. So you just simply just leave the saucer on the top of the cup, again, 5 to 7 minutes, and again, you can do that for about in boiling water to maximize the release of the beneficial compounds. So if you have tea and you have it in a tea bag, if you boil it a little longer and then let it sit before you pour it, you will find that it is a stronger tea. It's naturally sweet. It is caffeine free, is, and when I say is naturally caffeine free, that is definitely something that is unique amongst all of the different teas that I mentioned earlier.
I definitely need to add the robust to it because the allergies. That's something that I can um, understand.
Yeah,
It's
and
the
along with that, with the ginger, that can give it double action against the allergy.
hmm
So you can take the Rebus tea, and you can also take your ginger, and you can mix both of those up, and then you'll have two powerful mechanisms that naturally reduces inflammation,
hmm
and also it can help your respiratory system to improve, providing relief to swollen nasal passages. And I'm sure if you have allergy, you know exactly what I'm talking about there. The
Yes.
swollen nasal passages and throat irritation. And that's why you also can feel the difference in your throat with the licorice root, because licorice root is excellent for anti-throat irritation.
Okay.
Now, in additionally, the ginger, it actually acts as a natural antihistamine. Now, I love ginger too because you can make ginger tea, you can make ginger beer, you can make ginger cookies, you can make, there's so many things you can do with ginger. You know, I remember when my mother was a child or when she was younger, she would talk about how she liked ginger snaps, which
Oh,
is,
I was going to mention ginger snaps. I like them.
oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mother's used to really, really like those. Okay, so what I'm going to do here now is we're going to, I want to just pull up. You know, you probably heard of the radio active shrimp. Well, we're going to talk about radioactive shrimp today because there was a recall of radioactive shrimp. People were actually buying them by mistake. And radioactivity is something that you definitely don't want in your body because it can definitely wreak havoc on your body systemically. That is like the linings, your epithelial tissue, your endothelial tissue, all of your functions of the pancreas, the liver, the kidneys, everything that you can think of, your thyroid, all of that can be a problem when you are not acknowledging or they don't get the information out fast enough. Okay, so what did you say? Okay, let's go ahead and go for the video. Play the clip.
An important recall for you. The FDA says some frozen raw shrimp sold at Walmart under the company's Great Value brand may be contaminated with the radioactive isotope cesium. That's right there on your periodic table. Between, how do you say it, Vlad?
Xenon.
Xenon and barium.
Barium.
Checks table, that is accurate. Point is, none of it's part of a balanced diet. A recall has been issued in 13 states now, among them Texas, Pennsylvania, and Florida, because small traces of contamination were found in shipments from the supplier in Indonesia. I'm happy to tell you that none of the shrimp so far in the U.S. have tested positive. However, if you see flying frozen shrimp, you'll know they've taken on superpowers.
Well, that's a great report. And then another thing about the radioactive shrimp recall is bigger. It's big. It's bigger than Walmart. The FDA expands the investigation to 9 states. So that means that when I said bigger than Walmart, it's in other places too. The FDA has recalled 12 frozen shrimp products in 9 states after confirming radioactive contamination linked to an Indonesian supplier. So that's also why you will hear me say eat locally. Make sure that you support our local farmers. So we'll have like a farmers market. Those people work really hard to get us a product that we can believe in and that is healthy for us. Okay. The Food Drug Administration, the FDA, has now formally recalled multiple frozen shrimp products distributed across the 9 states, confirming that these the presence of the cesium 137. That's what the gentleman meant. The cesium 137 is a radioactive isotope and is tied to long-term health risk. This isn't something that you'll get and then in a couple of days is gone. While the recall was initially linked to just Walmart's Great Value, brand frozen raw shrimp is being expanded and now includes 12 district products sold under brand names like Great Value, Arctic Shores, Sandbar, Best Yet, First Street, and Great American. So you see how fast that actually went. Now, you probably saying, what happens is if I miss it and then I eat these things? Well, it just means that you have a high risk of getting sick. That's what that means. And of course, we don't want you to get sick. We want you to avoid it. The shrimp impacted were distributed between July the 17th and August the 8th. So that's a lot of time. That's this year, by the way. I'm not talking about something that happened last year somewhere. And these impacted shrimp, they actually include both raw and cooked frozen shrimp in various sizes and formats. While no illnesses have been reported as yet, the FDA is urging consumers to check their freezers and to discard or return any of the recalled shrimp. And which states were impacting the recall? According to the FDA official recall announcement, the recalled shrimp was distributed to retailers, wholesalers, and distributors. I'll just leave it right there for right now. So just find out more information. You can certainly search it, and you can check the line on FDA also. FDA I have more information about it. And thank you for that. So we're going to go to Kara. What you think about that? That's remember we talked about all the beef and all the millions of pounds of meat that was returned, and now we're talking about shrimp. Before the beef returned, there was something that happened with chicken.
Right.
That recall on the chicken, remember? And that's so all of these things happen in this. We're talking about within this year. We're not
Right.
talking about big spaces of time. So when we talk about no meat, don't eat the meat, it really does. It's worth giving it more attention so that you'll be able to manage it in the future.
Yes, I think it's like you say, you take that risk when you're going out and buying food that you did not necessarily prepare yourself. I mean, I know it's something where it's like if you eat shrimp, you're gonna go buy it and prepare it at home, but you're always taking that risk whenever you're going out there and buying things.
And the thing about it, it looks good. I'm gonna put up a picture for you here. That see how good that looks to those people that like boiled shrimp. And then they have also fried shrimp, but it's easy to get that up. And you see this right here is the whole shrimp, and even the eyes in it. I haven't seen that in the store before, but the eyes are still, meaning the heads are still on it, and then the colon is still left. In other words, they usually you'll have to clean the shrimp with that little strip out yourself. So all of these things are important. Make sure that you pay attention to what you're putting into your body. Okay. So I want to go right into what's trending in nutrition for 2025. Okay, so let's go. Let's first we start off with vaccinations. Now, when we talk about vaccinations, and vaccination is just a simple, safe, effective way of protecting you against harmful diseases. Before you come into contact with them, you can have your body. Remember, being proactive. Don't wait. If I get it, I'm going to do something about it. It's important that you are all babies. No, there's no babies born into this world, especially the United States, without some kind of vaccination, some kind of shot or something. And if you don't approve of that, you'll probably, in most cases, you'll definitely increase the chances of illness and even death when you don't allow the care that is given to a child when a child is born into this world. It uses your body's natural defenses to build resistance to specific infections, and it makes your immune system stronger. Now, vaccine train your immune system to create antibodies, just as it does when when it's exposed to disease. But then again, I'm still talking about where you're doing things that you are being very productive, positive. You're proactive, and that's what we want to keep your mind there, because that's what gets it done. Um, However, because the vaccines contain only killed or weakened forms of germs like viruses or bacteria, they do not cause the bacteria or put you at risk of its complications. We'll go into that more as we continue to go over these matters and the trends, so that you'll understand it. But it's good for you to understand what is in the vaccination. Okay, you can now give yourself a flu vaccine at home. Yeah, I mean, did you know that you don't have to go to a clinic anymore? You can actually do it at home. And what you need to know about before you even do it is that the nasal spray is in the nasal spray, and the nasal spray flu vaccine is the full definition or expression or item, and is now available in at-home delivery in 34 states. Now, research shows that Flu Mist, which is the name of the nasal spray flu vaccine, is effective in children, but there's less certainty in adults. Experts say that the traditional flu shot can still it is still the best option, but the Flu Mist is better than no vaccine at all. So if you take the Mist and you're not getting the full activity that you want from it, therefore not getting the full result, it's still better than not having it at all. Flu Mist is a nasal spray version of the flu vaccine, and is now available for many people in home delivery. The vaccine alternative has been used in clinics for years and was approved by the Food and Drug Administration for at-home use, and they just started in 2024 last year. Now, it's the same vaccine as the one that you get in the healthcare setting. The difference is simply that it's shipped to your door at a time of your choosing, and appropriate guidance around how to take it effectively. And you'll get more, the more you do it, of course, the more you get used to it. So remember, keep in mind, it's called Flu Mist. And whether your doctor's recommended over the traditional flu shot or not, remember, is the same ingredients that the traditional flu shot has in it. And then you won't have to worry about that. I'm wondering, Flu Mist sounds way more healthier too, but we'll get into the ingredients as we continue with these wonderful presentations. You are in the mind of nature, by the way, and thank you for being here today. The Flu Mist and the at-home version is called Flu Mist Home, and it's approved for most people the ages of 2 to 49 years old. It's available for delivery this flu season in 34 states. Now, unlike the traditional flu shots, which contain inactive fluenza, the nasal spray, it actually includes a weakened version of the live virus. Now, when you get the nasal spray in your nose, it's a live virus that's been tamed so that it just stays in your nose and it can't get down into your lung or cause influenza. Okay, you got it? You can see that? Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Okay, here we go. That was vaccines, right? So now let's go ahead and move on to, it's called the Bruce Willis disease. And that's also trending. Bruce Willis, the actor, can no longer speak, read, or walk amid ongoing dementia battle. And he's had this problem for quite a while. The beloved actor Bruce Willis continues to face serious health challenges, and his condition progresses. A new report reveals that the 70-year-old star cannot uh, any longer speak, read, or talk without assistance. The update offers a heartbreaking glimpse into the toll that the frontotemporal dementia has taken on his once brilliant life or vibrant life. And that's what happens, boy. You never know. You got to be proactive and put things to work. This known iconic uh, actor, known for things like these iconic roles like Die Hard, Pulp Fiction, The Sixth Sense. Bruce Willis officially stepped away from acting in 2022 following his aphasia diagnosis. The latest details shared by a friend of the family paint a stark picture of how far the Bruce Willis illness has advanced in just this really short time. So it takes hardly any time. Now, the COVID, I still want to remind you that people still do have COVID symptoms. COVID 19 is a respiratory condition that's caused by a coronavirus. Now, some people are infected. Let me say that over so you hear it clearly. The COVID 19 is a respiratory condition caused by a coronavirus. So COVID 19 is caused by a coronavirus. Some people are infected but don't notice the COVID 19. And this means that if they have a mild symptoms and get better, they can get better on their own. But some have severe problems, such as trouble breathing. The odds of more serious COVID 19 symptoms are higher if you're older or have another health condition, also called the comorbidities, such as diabetes and heart disease. So that's why it is super important to take care of yourself fully from head to toe. Sometimes it becomes unbearable for those children to take it, but just you have to stay there with them. And, you know, babies know pain when they feel it. And it's really important that you have the different shots that you need, and definitely talk to a doctor that understands vaccines, that understands the different viruses, comorbidities, so that you can get the best help out there. Okay, we're going to go back to care now.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Zarif. Great information as always. Thank you to everyone that joined us here today in the Mind of Nature. We really appreciate your comments, your thumbs up, your sharing, just everything. So, again, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Dr. Zarif, back to you.
I'd like to thank you also, everybody. Thanks for being here. Please continue to propagate what we're doing on this wonderful program that we're bringing to you every week. We really appreciate it. And sometimes is very sometimes are harder than another, but we're not here for the excuses. We're here for the results, and we continue to work hard to bring that to you. We'll have pop-ups coming up. We have other different presentations. We're now also working on some other things. I don't like to talk about them until we get them done. Then we bring them to you. But we have some really great surprises for you. So thank you so much, everybody. I got a book coming out really soon. I'll tell you more about that later. But put your change to the side for this book, because it's going to definitely be a wonderful opportunity for you to know more about yourself. Okay, with that, I'm going to just give Care time just in case she forgot anything she wanted to say before we get out of here.
No, I think I've got everything out. Just really appreciate it. Oh, there was one thing. Velma did ask for the excuse me, the number again. So I just want to go ahead and put that up there. You mentioned your number to contact Dr.
Yes.
Arif, and that is it 310-926-5115. That was it because there was that question, but that was it.
Thank you very much. And again, remember everybody, if you want one-on-one with me, we can set up appointments. And I don't have a whole lot of room, but I can check my schedule, get you in. Sometimes you'll have people that uh, I can get you in. I'll let you know it'll be a little delayed, but I can definitely get you in and get started. You need to exercise. I don't care who you are. Don't go another day, keep on patting your stomach, talking about, man, I got to get rid of this, and don't do anything about it. Come on now. Out for that beer belly thing. Yeah, it can be cute to your loved one. Like, somebody, oh, you look cute, which I like your love handles. Look, we're talking about health. So if you're not paying attention to that and you're still just going back and eating up everything, anything that you want to, what are we talking about? So we got to get everybody to get involved, and help your loved ones too. Family, stop buying all the candy and all the sodas and chips and all that stuff. Man, I just lost a brother,
Mm.
a friend of mine, and this was just about a week ago. And this really, really hurts me. He's in Detroit, and rest in peace, Ron OJ. This is for Ronnie Jones, and it's just like we grew up together. And one of the things that I know very clearly is that there are people that are very particular about what they eat, not in a good way, but they're particular making sure that they have the sweets. Some people don't even prepare their foods. They get restaurant food every day. Now, they can afford it, so they do it. But again, remember that you're going to ingest the SOS, and that is the sugar, the salt, and the oil. Saturated fats, you got to stop that. Making sure you get enough rest. You're around good people. And of course, you want to eat great food. You don't want to eat great food. You want food that gives you great nutrients. Okay. So with that, I think Carolyn Gentle, thank you, Carol, for your wonderful help and in just being here. Hey, we 50-50 now because we're now we getting more involved in other things. So glad. So everybody, thank you very much for being here. Velma, I'll talk to you later. Definitely give me a call. And remember, take care of yourself, and anything beats a zero. I'm Dr. Zarif, the nutritionist.